Good evening, free enterprise fans, and welcome to the Zemus Zone Anthologized. Tonight, we are presenting a match of ease, Elvensorrow and Eykir. They are representing teams Sumomo Assemble and Tuning Fork Harp Repair, respectively. For the series match between their teams, it is 2-0 in favor of Sumomo Assemble. So elvensorrow is looking to complete the clean sweep, and Eykir is looking to put some points on the board. They've got a Fusoya hero. And then they've also got Commander Leonhardt with me on commentary, and then Alicel and Beauty in Discovery handling everything behind the scenes. How are you doing, Commander?
Doing well, thanks. Glad to be here. What this is based off of is definitely before my time. I got started around Football Gauntlet. But enough about that, we are underway.
Oh, the perfect C-Relax. Well, it's almost the perfect
Ooh.
C-Relax start. I would frankly rather them be switched. But Fu Edge is a very strong start. They can probably go clear. They can probably clear Mist Cave with their Thrift gear. Edge starts with 2 weapons unless he gets 2 claws, which he can get. Most of the claws are tier 2, tier 3.
So I feel like even with Forge as an objective, and you can probably comment on the general strategy much better than I can, I feel like there's a little bit of panic right away, knowing there's so little between you and go mode. Just, you need to be able to get underground, you need your Forge pieces, and you need Z access. Am I right there, or is it a bit more than I'm giving it credit for?
It's not quite as panicky because with the T Semi-Pro and the S Wildish, you tend to have quite a bit of power in your hands. T Semi-Pro being a treasure setting that is genuinely exactly halfway between Pro and Wildish, so you get the lows of Pro and the highs of Wildish. As we can see right here, the lows of Pro, they've gotten junk out of Eblin. Oh, and also T-Junk is on. Darkness Armor.
That's some junk, yeah.
It is junk, but there's also T-Playable, which means that every item you pick up can be equipped by a character in the seed. And the equipped bit is the important distinction,
Yes.
especially on an Edge hero, because Edge can't equip darts. So you're not going to loot any darts unless you get Cecil in the seed or Kane in the seed. You really kind of want Kane in the seed so you can use his, he's got a lot of good darts as his meh gear.
But yeah, then that darkness armor means that there is a Cecil around, because of course there's only one person who wears that.
Like Slumber Sword there, that's a good dart. That gets you through probably hops.
Yeah, Slumber Sword is a great early dart. While everyone is churning through these, and look over this flag set and see what else. The spoon start was a given.
Yes, you start with the spoon every time, and that is like you were talking about those early go modes. The spoon start offsets that a little bit. You won't start with one of your necessary pieces in hand. You have to go do checks to get into go mode, and that's kind of a weight off the shoulders. It's like, I'm not going to start halfway there.
All right, so tell this person who's the ace specialist on his team what EXP max level bonus is about, please.
So unfortunately, we're not going to get any benefit from it because of Fusoya. With the EXP max level bonus, at the end of every fight, before your XP is rewarded, a script will check. It will check 2 things. It'll check the highest level character in your party and the lowest level monster in the encounter. it will then compare that second value, the level of the lowest level monster, to twice your highest level party member, to twice that level. And for every 5 different, you get 20% bonus. So
Gotcha.
Fusoya starting at level 50 completely negates that because because the highest level monster is level 99.
Yeah, no joy there. Okay, but now I know.
Which is another reason why Fusoya heroes are kind of wonky. You don't get that very juicy experience bonus. Like, if you set it up right, you can sling characters to nuke off of single fights without long. It looked like that was a claw and a dancing dagger on edge to start. That's not terrible. Thunderclaw dancing dagger.
A lot of Thunderweek bosses like this Octomom up here on Obs.
Yeah, you frankly kind of want to see them later. Ooh, I love this from Elven. Looting out Mist Cave when you clear it for Fusoya. You can get some goodies here.
Yeah. This was a fun little play on the Wildish flag sets that I'm more used to, and yeah, makes sense on the semi-pro.
I missed who was on Hobbs. But mostly because the stars. No, the character.
Oh,
it was Palom.
Yeah, got a quiet kid.
Palom's still a very good character in this flag set. Quake is because of another knock on Fusoya's head is this flag set uses the Fusoya maybe flag. So for any spell that Fusoya might learn, there is a 15% chance that he instead does not learn it. In my experience, he misses somewhere between 5 and 7. I've seen him reach the end of his spell list as low as 1400. In theory, there might be a seed where he learns literally 0 spells, but the odds of that they're so low that you can reasonably call it impossible. There's a Blitz Whip, so there's also...
Okay, don't fade Antlion. It's a bad idea.
Yeah, Antlion a little less likely to have your key item than in a normal K main Moonflag set because we have K unweighted, which which prevents the randomizer from arbitrarily throwing out some of the moon spots. So every location that could give you a key item has equal odds to give you a key item.
Yeah, we play with that one over in Ace too, and we have a different nerf there for Fu. He has the Rosa Iridia flag, so he misses out on a few key spells like exit.
I think that's the only key spell he misses out on.
To be fair, yeah, that's literally the only key spell.
the other 4 are kind of whatever. They're elemental spells.
Player 1. Anyway.
Plague in the Waterfall. Yeah, that's not worth fighting right now. I agree with Elvin not caring.
Well, we have a Kane in Baronin, so we do know that those lovely darts you were hoping for have a chance to show.
Yeah, so we actually know a fair bit of our distinct 8 already. So we know Cecil, Rydia, Palom, Edge, Fu, Kane, 6 of 8. And there are only... I believe we only have 2 characters with unique gear left to be able to suss out. Edward and Sid.
Yeah, because Fu is all by his lonesome saying, yeah, mages? Maybe. Like the whip or a summon orb was the outlier,
so
and we saw
the
that.
Summon orb does not guarantee Iridia. The summon orbs will appear... The summon orbs are consumables, so they're not checked against for the... That'll change in 5.0. But in this flag set, so you can still get summon orbs even if Rydia isn't in the seed, and then the question is, okay, is Rydia do I hold out for a potential Rydia for like, you know, there's like a 2/3. I would assume it's like a 2/3 chance that Rydia shows up with Distinct 8. Do I hold out for Rydia for this Bahamut Orb, or do I put 30,000 into my pocket on S Wildish, which makes the shops are loaded. Excuse me. It's S Wildish is like, what if S Wild was a flag you didn't really have to plan around?
Right. Yeah, potentially, Pepita. There have been a few things put in, as Carcer's mentioned, to kind of slow it down, but it's a possibility. You can't ignore it.
To slow it down, like the things we put in to slow down was just the start spoon. Oh, an Earth Crystal, we love that.
Well, the start spoon and the objective. There was a time, original ZZ did not have any objectives. It was just get your crystal and get your access and get your levels. So having to forge slows it up a little bit, and as you said, the spoons start making sure you don't start off with any chains, any access also. So if I'm reading this flag set right, and catch me if I'm wrong, we have our traditional D-Mist gives the item in the Village of Mist.
Yes, it is simply Kano free, so you must simply, but it is the D-Mist hunt.
Really, Tall Grant? You're gonna be like that? No respect for your elders, I swear. Kids these days.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, shit. Tall Grant's giving me a heckin' chat.
Oh, no. I saw that. I just, think I'm one of those youngins.
Yeah, I think you might be, Tall Grant. I think you might be. People talk about the chest that hasn't been checked since the Carter administration. Well, that's when I was born. So, there. Indeed, Pyrolite. It is bacon.
It is too early to call who's winning Windfox. It's going to be a hot minute before anyone's squarely in the lead. They both have half of their go mode. Well, I guess they both have a third of their go mode, depending on if well, I guess you don't need exit for warping to Zeromus.
And we had the switch in the back that switched it over from channel 3. We're just giving up on commenting on the match, and we're just, making old man jokes here. Or at least
there's not a lot of progress being made. They're like covering each other's footsteps. Eykir's got a bit of he's through the Spigen, but without a lot of melee power, relying on Fusoya for, mostly relying on Fusoya for a Bigen is always annoying. Though he's got Ice 3. I'll probably deal with back attack. It'll be a minute, but it'll deal with back attack.
Well, speaking of back attacks.
No, this is a flag set with the safety checks. So we know that this ordeals won't provide a logical underground access. So if it provides a magma key, that'd be really funny. Because I love illogical magma keys. Because the game isn't telling you to go do a hook route, then it's just asking. You clearly don't have to say yes if it's giving you Magma Key.
Real quick, Sorcerer, you don't need a pass or darkness on this flag set if you know all the glitches, right?
That is correct. So yes, the adamant rock represents 1/3 of your coma. You do need underground access, and you do need forge. So you only really need 3 key items. There's an exit, though. I think Elvensorrow not buying that exit tells us he's not going to go steal some key items with the glitch.
Yeah.
Full Moon Long isn't terrible.
Yeah.
You can find up to ninja swords on the overworld on S Wildish, but a longsword will. Especially going into the treasury. Okay, I'm no longer sure that was a good purchase. Or at least the longsword. The full moon's probably always a good purchase, but
I mean, it might have been just a while you were there. Before you go to the treasury, and we're going to rate that treasury, so in a moment. Ice Arrow,
yep,
Siren,
a full moon right there
Crystal
within the
Ring,
first
Full
5
Moon, Ninja
packs.
Shirt, Silence, Flame Whip, Cabin, Black
And a
Shirt,
ninja.
Full Moon, Ninja Sword, Defense, Silence, Flame Whip, Crystal Armor, and Crystal Ring. So, in Elvensorrow's defense, Elvensorrow managed to go through that treasury without an inventory boss, probably because Elvensorrow went to the shops to clear out some room first.
He went.
And you know what? While you're there, you might as well pick up some items that look useful.
Yeah, the full moon, I would say was a good purchase, but since you're about to loot the treasury, you should maybe hold off on buying your longsword.
Yeah.
Because now he's got, I guess now he's got Ninja Long, which a longsword is the same power as a full moon
and faster.
So he's well that's the actual consideration is which one has the faster animation time, but you're not giving up any attack power for that longer animation, for that short animation. So I think he's going to get away with having bought that longsword. And with this many crystal rings, John Burkett pointing out in chat, to get down to a comfortable Z agility. Oh, and he got a Mura from somewhere? That's okay. No longer get a Mura in his oof.
We could throw the longsword at something? No.
Longswords are not dartable, nor would they be worth darting.
So wrong on both counts.
Yeah, the middle and long katanas are not dartable. Everything above or below is. But Elvin is about to blow up this Zot. And since...
hey! It's a double surprise bonus round.
It's the D-Mist. It'd be really funny if this D-Mist was our Magma Key. It's a little less funny because we have the Earth Crystal.
If we didn't have an Earth Crystal.
Yeah, it would be funny if we didn't have Earth, but oh well.
But we we'll take.
This is a pretty valuable Zot. You get a ninja sword and back row for edge. You get a crystal ring, or another crystal ring. Wow, thank you, Kane.
Or wait, hear me out now. D-Mist is the magma, but there's an unsafe boss next, like a vanilla Valis.
Well, you would just know then.
Exactly, you would know at that point.
Elvin wouldn't know because he hasn't done Fabul or Ordeals.
Right, but we in the booth, we would know.
Yeah, we would know because, well, it's likely that we get through this CPU.
Oh, there's our caller scout.
And there's the
Caller
guy.
Scout have down. Hey! Alright. Cecil, you're paying for your sins, apparently.
Yeah, that adds up. Rydia needs a little too much investment to stick around, and Cecil as well. Cecil.
No, not over here. We're actually gonna make you earn your paladin. Oh, and it's a straight gauntlet. It's not even an alt gauntlet.
Yep.
Kicking it old school with this flag set.
I think that was Nuke on Fusoya for Eykir, though. Always fun to see Nuke for Fu on a Fu hero.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And the package, so our logical underground access is either through this gauntlet at Zot, or the T-Mist.
Yep. That's all we got left. Yeah, Elephant said, hey, found an earth crystal, I'm gonna chase it. And gives the first thing that we can conclusively call a lead, I think.
I don't think we can call it that until we see what the Luca key pays out, or if Elvin goes to our deals. Because if Elvin goes here and retraces Eykir's footsteps,
Yeah, gives it
and
all back.
Eykir would get out of Saw by the time he finishes with that, with all the cutscenes.
Yeah, and there's a good chance with the guy that Elvin will be aligned straight to turn him into a paladin.
Yeah, I think he can do one or the other, and he would be likely to do ordeals for the guy, especially because he specifically had to elect to take the guy.
Mm-hmm. Water hag. In case any of you were wondering why the boss objective says defeat the water hag boss, no, you cannot find a standard gauntlet to clear that objective, much less a random encounter.
It would be silly and fun, but unfortunately probably unwieldy if you could require specific encountered enemies to be objectives.
Yeah, and you know what? Given all of the things that have shown up in this fork, I wouldn't turn it. You know, I wouldn't rule that out happening someday. How popular an option becomes, well, that's another story.
Yeah, I don't think like defeat Imp would be a popular option, but defeat a red dragon would be a pretty solid objective, I would say. Defeat and then a bunch of them could just be things to exist to work in conjunction with the XP objective bonus.
Yeah, like maybe they're not hard required, but you know, bonus points.
Yeah, they're not required.
You know.
Oh, Darkness Crystal, which means D-Mist has our underground access.
Yes, Pyrolite, respect the armadillo grind.
It is interesting seeing. I think this is a well-informed. I'm not sure I would do this myself for Eykir, but I think this is a well-informed idea from Eykir. On the T semi-pro, you have pretty decent odds just as far as getting anything out of this. An Artemis bow, we really like an Artemis bow. Agility manipulation,
legit reward for our jalapeno puppet.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was the best idea to go into the Tridents to look for him, but
yeah,
I think that's a decent enough reward that it was worth his time.
Mm-hmm. Definitely on the gamble side of things.
And there's exit on Fusoya. So if Eykir is learned in the 64 floor, he could do 64 floor. I don't think Elvin's gonna do it. I just don't think he's gonna do it.
Just a general reminder here, folks, for anyone unaware, this is part of the All Forked Cup. This is the first week of matches. Players are on teams of 3, as Garshor mentioned earlier. The 2 teammates for each of our runners tonight have completed their matches. Each runner specializes in a different flag set, so if you are tuning in for the various races, and we hope you are, you're going to see a lot of variety in flag sets and showing off the various things that Gale Swift's fork of Free Enterprise has to offer.
I think Elvin's about to do something very dangerous. I saw him go into his menu to try and Starveil before Shadow has finished the spells. We are using in this flag set, and in every flag set in the All Forked Cup, a flag called Be Witchbez, which, in the spirit of Be Witchburn, randomizes the spells that Shadow and Golbez cast. Elvin has probably remembered by now that, oh, I can't Starveil yet. Because if you reflect, because if the spells, looks like none of these spells are a problem, but Beak and Toad, or Beak and Breath, can be reflected onto Shadow and prevent his chain from finishing, which is a soft lock, because part of his chain finishing is making Golbez vulnerable.
Yeah, that breath reflectability is a fairly well-known property in Free Enterprise. It's often used against the D-Lunars. The Beak, probably not so well known.
No, I think Beak only appears on Cocktresses and Perilous in this game.
Maybe rock babies? I don't know. But I don't think you ever see a rock baby in this game, in the randomizer. Unless you had a sudden urge to turn on toggle random encounters outside of Eblin Castle, which...
I think that is something that would only occur in a very specific situation in a Lit 3 seed, or in Door's randomizer style of Lit 3.
Yeah, something very, very oddly specific. I ran an E vanilla once, but even then you just land next to the castle and get the inside.
Yeah, so it looks like Elvin hasn't turned in D-Mist.
Yeah, just went straight to Ordeals.
Which I think might just be the brain fart of, oh, I just got the guy.
And to be fair, a lot happened after that D-Mist was beat. You fought
a lot happened. Yeah, there's a whole gauntlet.
I've been known to forget a D-Mist just wandering through a normal Ordeals. Gauntlet's a whole new level of...
So I think this puts Eykir into the lead. Unless elvensorrow goes off this mountain to check D-Mist and goes underground. He might have to also fade Sheila 1 to stay in the lead, but he wouldn't know that from where he is.
Right. So, yeah, do you go for pool next?
And also, this is only going to be a small lead for Eykir. It's not going to be some, oh, it's over kind of lead.
Yeah,
This is an even match, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At least it looks like an even match so far.
Still, absolutely, still very, very close. Where are you going, Elvin? Yep, heading up. Oh, well, maybe. It is looking more and more like Elvin has forgotten D-Mist.
Or he might be thinking that he's going to do this anyways.
We'll find out momentarily.
I don't think either of them is going to go to the moon rather than do the hook route. If they do, it might be, if they do it all, it would be to like clear the hair dryers. Elvensorrow is somebody that I know prefers to clear the overworld. And even with the K unweighted, there's a lot of density on the moon, but you need a little bit more power than you might have right now to enable that.
Do we have a bow for our guy? Apparently not. Eykir has a bow for his guy. Going into the weapon shop probably specifically for a bow. Yep,
Yeah,
sure enough.
yeah,
We'll
bought
take
a
that
great bow.
Let's get. They say great bow is not great, but you know we'll take whatever back row method we can get our hands on. Life potions at their new and improved price of 600 gold. At least it's not the 1,000 it used to be.
You know, we did a lot of the testing for ZZ6 on 1,000, and I think the 1,000 itself is fine. It was just we don't have the option. Like, I would love to see variable prices in free enterprise. Like, some seeds it is 600, or it goes up by a certain percentage, and you could have up to 900 gold or 1,200 gold, and you could, yeah, it's magma from the.
I was
Yeah,
waiting for a chain.
yeah.
I was waiting for a Baron key. I'm not gonna lie, because
A chain would have been funny.
Contrary streak in me.
Yeah, it's so this chain had to end in
underground access.
in underground access, but that means, but with underground access, Eykir is 2/3 of the way to go mode, and
Yep.
I believe, and if his teammate Leaf in chat is to be believed, he has his preferred, well, I guess his second preferred method to get to Zemus. I imagine everyone in this flag set would prefer the pass.
Yeah. And Winfox is confirming for us that Eykir is not 64 versed, so.
Oh, it might have been Eykir or Winfox saying it earlier. They're both.
Yeah. And it might have been.
I mixed them up by accident.
It might have been also said earlier. You know, it could have been both.
Well, I would like to apologize for Winfox for potentially mistaking them for Leaf. They are two different people, as far as I know.
Gotcha. Friend of Eykir.
Yeah, I think Winfox and Eykir team together for FF1 randomizer from time to time, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, that Tango partner might be hanging out in chat, but wasn't able to enter the tournament because time zones are a thing. But that's all right. It's a nice community here in general, honestly. Lots of friendly people. I had no worries about, being able to find teammates that I'd have fun with. And as Mubot has pointed out a little bit ago, if you would like to join the community and learn more about this randomizer and meet all of the friendly, helpful folks, there's the Discord link. Come hang out. Ask the questions. Don't be afraid. We're a very friendly bunch. We're happy to have new people come in. Lots of people willing to help you get up to speed and get whatever it is you're looking for out of the randomizer. Do a lot of events here that are more competitive, but there are a lot of clubs and there's a lot more casual stuff going on, and heck, you can just boot up the randomizer and do what you want with it, and that is also a lot of fun.
Okay. While the Discord was being pitched, something very exciting happened, or something that I'm excited by happened. In the town of Agartz, Eykir decided to poke his head into a shop. Good play by him. I would agree with that. I would have done the same. And he was paid off for it. Paid out by it. It paid out. It was good for him because he bought 10 sirens. Doesn't have to worry about a grind. He's casting float, so I think he's thinking about maybe he just doesn't want to hear the of the damage tiles.
Yeah, maybe.
Or he changed his mind on the warriors.
Yeah. Change your plans.
And when Elven and I also shopping is great on this flag set. S Wildish puts so many good items just within reach. Like you get, if you wanted to compare it to the well-used option of S Standard, the ungated shops are like S Standard's gated shops. The gated shops are like Kokel's Forge, and Kokel's Forge can have tier 7s in addition. Oh, there's wine in the shop. This is a great seed.
Times.
I wish I was playing this seed, to be honest.
Like, you're excited, and rightly so, about the sirens. Me, I'm going pog face for your spear.
I do love a good spear. I think T Junk has burned me on this flag set more than I'd like to admit. But looting spears, looting chain whips, looting staffs. This has been very funny.
I mean, Feymarch has got to get their money somehow, and if the king has to sell out his services, then so be it. Legend sword, where are you?
Might be behind that Baron key.
Could be in that sealed cave.
Have you seen anything good out of these monster boxes for Elven? I see a Dragoon Spear, which could be of great use. Actually, the Dragoon Spear will be of great use if Elven decides to do gold dragons for his grind.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Dragoon Spear has the potential. There are still a fair number of dragon bosses out there too that could be between us and the Legend Sword.
And another full moon, and he waited on it. It's like I can tell he was unhappy with that full moon. I'm gonna have to ask him about that full moon in the interview.
Seriously, we have full moon at home.
Because I think he has looted at least 2 full moons since buying one.
Right. Heal 1 check your freebies. Do check your freebies. Oh well.
Elvin has also found the sirens. What was the item from She-Life? Didn't see it.
Samurai arrow.
Wonderful. I love tier 5 items. Ooh, Elvin bought some extra star fails. Is he maybe thinking that Food and Friends is a possibility?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, again, with that, no real forced grind. Like, you don't want to take the time. Could just be general purpose. I mean, we do still have a Bahamut out there. Might have to double veil on a certain. Well, Fu can probably cast the wall, so it's probably not a Nasura issue. So, could be either way. Another question worth asking. This Wildish shop. Just a life staff behind a door, no big deal.
Yeah. And Elvin raising the whale Raybon, I think you might be right. I think you might have forgotten Demist.
Yeah, like the longer it goes on, the more likely. And I think we're at virtual certainty here.
Or he wanted to check the shops.
Yeah, true. Thing is, Elvin has to know, like, you know, you don't have to go to the moon to the to get underground. So clearly, there's something missing. But here we are. We are going to the moon. Could just be to check the character, or we just might, you know, take a dive here.
And if he dives, why is he going here?
Cave of value, apparently.
Is he thinking about... I'm wondering what he's thinking.
Yeah, because case summon isn't even on. And then cave value is a summon check.
Yeah, he might be... Like, he might be coming here to grind, but...
Dragons.
I think he would be better off... Or he might be peeking for Demist? Though he's seen Demist? He might have forgotten that he's seen Demist?
Yeah, he's completely forgotten about Demist. But yeah, and, you know, it could be a gold dragon.
But he has a Dragoon Spear, so he might be doing gold dragons. Get a bunch more XP on that Cecil.
Peeking the boss. Well, you know, when you've got a Pally, that's basically some free some free XP.
And that's a well-kitted paladin. Yeah. Defense sword, crystal armor, crystal ring. That's a good chunk of defense.
Yeah. So get yourself some free XP, and it's not a key item, but I mean,
it is a gated quest.
Yeah.
You've got like an 18% chance of a tier 8.
Yeah, it's not bad. Meanwhile, Eykir finds out that it's Mylon that has usurped the Baron throne. Does he have... No, we already...
Oh! Woo! The payout!
Bam! That'll do!
That's 777s on the slot machine. Oh, he can definitely capitalize on this step. It's the guy. He does. I mean, Demist is irrelevant. He can just clear the moon right now.
Gotta get underground. If he forgets about Demist, then the only hope is to find the hook on the moon and run the hook route, which seems so much worse than just going to Demist.
It is terrible.
It is terrible.
I will reveal my biases here and say that I'm an elvensorrow believer.
That's fine.
so you know, just so you know why I'm like elucidating what could go right for Elven up here. If it's a hook, if he finds the hook, and if he finds, that was nice. And if we find one of the tails, and one of the tails turns into the other half of Forge, the money is easy.
Demist was,
but that's also very specific.
Yeah, Demist was a Zot 1, and it was a gauntleted Zot 2. So there was a lot of stuff that happened between beating Demist and being able to check Demist. And that's a surefire way for even the most experienced of runners to have it slip their mind. But Eykir getting a Twin Harp from the Baron trash and is immediately off.
That's rough. Like, obviously Eykir's committing to this because it's like, oh, this is something out of the freebie. It's low on the, it's low on the sphering on the tiering because Demist was accessible with no key items, so it could be that. And once you get underground access, and once you have moon access, you're more and more likely to run into oh, stone. I wonder if that stone targeted that it whiffed. This is Mura Altar?
This is Meralter, and I think stone only goes after 1 row.
Yeah, stone only goes after 1 row. Also, if somebody's immune, the whole cast fails, I believe.
Ah, that wouldn't. Huh. Okay.
That's how it works when you're casting stone against your own party. Ask me how I know.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, we can get an idea of the spell power here from how heavy. A 3500 nuke, that's less spell power than Fusoya. Makes sense that the stone just missed.
So I'm trying to think over the stuff that grants stone immunity, and I'm not sure we've seen much of it. Like, I don't remember any ribbons. That's the obvious. And I certainly don't remember an Aegis shield.
Crystal armor prevents a lot of statuses. I'm gonna look up, double check what it does.
Well, yeah, if so, the guy's wearing it. We did, Orion, and we used
Crystal armor provides defense against blind, mute, pig, mini, frog, berserk. So it does not provide stone immunity.
And on that note, it is music time. So we're going to take a moment and let the music play.
All right, round 2 with the Wyvern. Ooh, zonk, white shirt. We don't like that. Oh, the spoon dart. Start spoon. Fun.
Yeah.
Fun. See, that's I mean, yeah.
Spot.
If especially and Elvin's save is set up, you would have to see the Dias cutscene one more time. But I think resetting back for the spoon, if this is if this is just pure zonkage, would be acceptable. Be
yeah,
reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
And the Crystal Sword allowing him to dart his defense sword, also nice. That dart didn't go off as quickly as I thought it would. So did Elvin go down his battle speed a little bit?
If so, I missed it. But again, would not surprise me. It's called Wyvern Standard Time for a reason.
Well, this is Witchburn, so you don't go down a Wyvern Standard Time, and this isn't nearly as slow as BS6. If this isn't BS1, it's BS3.
Yeah. Well, we're through, so we will see. Is it zonk and reset? Or is it value?
That is Elvensorrow in Go mode. Now he just needs to remember that he has seen Demist.
I reckon that's
Oh, I think he knows. Oh, this is like top 10 biggest brain moments in free enterprise. Leaving Magma Key where it is because it's not the moon you're going to go gamble on.
It worked out.
Yeah, this has been Elvin's in the driver's seat. He's healing. I don't know why he's healing. And sirens were for sale.
Healing, yeah.
Might have just been healing to calm his nerves. So this is
sure.
Oh no! Come on, Eykir. You want that? We both know you want that. Okay. Oh come on! It's an Avenger. It's an Avenger.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna. We're not gonna deal. We're not walking an Avenger out. No, we don't have.
I would have checked the boss. An Avenger's so good. Like I know he doesn't have any good swords to Avenger glitch, but the Avenger's so good.
Yeah,
the Avenger is a better character than Kane.
Right. No, I do love handing an Avenger to Kane, saying, "Okay, go do your thing. I don't want to think about you anymore." Oh, the lit threes. They're a thing.
Lit 3 is a little bit too much endurance for me, right? I'd be also doing them. It's an interesting. Like mystery seeds are a very fun idea. Just need to find a good and solid
Phineas took over 99%ers for me, and hopefully is planning on running it next season. That's another flag that uses Tricker's mystery abilities.
Yeah. I don't know when. Like I don't know what the status of that bot is because 4.6 might be down by next club season. The 5.0 is in the 5.0 is in the open alpha. I imagine the open beta is an open beta is next, and
it does leave a lot of questions for clubs.
Unless new features break a lot of things. Oh, I love that chest. I haven't looted that chest in so long.
Iron helmet. Iron helmet.
Oh, Masamune's for sale, but how are you going to scrape up the cash? A Triton knife for the Palom that we might still have? I don't know I don't know what anybody's party is. They both have the guy.
All right. We kind of have not worried about it.
Oh, the Triton knife. Okay, if Elvin's being really silly, the Triton knife has enough attack power that he could use Palom as a Zerker with if he gets not a very good Zerker, but just enough. No, I don't think it's gonna be a Quint.
Quad. No, probably not even.
Could be a quad. Soma drops are nice.
Yeah, 4 nukes are better than 3.
Elvin maybe being a little too attached to some of his items. I know what I would have sold, but if he's planning on using it for the Z fight, I suppose. Oh no, he has a ninja shirt all already. He should have sold the ninja shirt and the Odin orb and the heroin robe and all 3 silent staffs.
Yea, though he walk through the valley of magma, he shall fear no evil, for his silence rods they comfort him.
Elvin has nuke. He could do 1200 strats right now, right here, right now. But you got a crystal sword. You got a crystal sword. So pick up your crystal sword and have fun. He might be doing the ribbon room for XP as well as his sirens. I have no idea. I can't.
Might be.
The only
We are at 9 key items, so one more doubles. So maybe a different altar to try and get to 10, and then double off the ribbon.
I don't think we're reading from the Book of Armaments tonight, Tall Grants. Elvin. Oh, I suppose Elvin might be counting to 45 instead of to 64.
That went right over my head, I'm not gonna lie.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh no, I know.
You must
just 4 or 5. I misheard you.
45.
40.
No, 45. I said 45. 4.
Okay.
40 plus 5 for how much damage you count throwing direct damage at Zeromus before you switch to fully reflective damage.
Well, that's the reference part I didn't get. I definitely know the 3 is the number you shall count to. Do not stop at 2. Do not go on to 4.
5 is right out the window.
Yes. But you mixed in the 45 for cutting off your damage for a sort of mixed phase skip strategy.
Oh, I keep going for the Penguinator special here.
Yeah, maybe.
It's we know it's not going to pay out for him. This is
Yeah, we know the answer is the Mur altar.
Yeah, and what an Elvin. I want to ask Elvin why he went to Cave Bahamut, because it'd be really funny if he forgot that K summon was off.
I'm willing to give Elvin enough credit to say, hey, this was a combination of XP and gated quest check.
No, it's a solid gamble. I would say it's like in the same vein as doing the hair dryers. Like, oh, if I'm gonna do hair dryers or do this, actually, I wonder how those odds pan out. It might have been higher odds of a crystal sword from Cave Bahamut versus from the hair dryers.
Some gold dragons here. Good times. Which I guess I think that says that Elvin's not concerned about getting to 10, because you definitely would have chased that before you popped these sirens if that was on your radar. Meanwhile, Eykir, not just doing a Penguinator, found the Mandible Kitty in the tower room, heading up to top of tower to face the
Ah, yes, my favorite. Oh yeah, here we go. Gold dragons.
Yep.
No life glitch, unfortunately, but the XP should still be good enough because we're probably just hitting some predetermined breakpoint on Cecil, then blowing up Zeromus.
Yeah.
And with the other swords he has, his other 2 melee characters are going to contribute very nicely to his Zeromus fight. Not as, nobody outshines Crystal Sword Cecil.
No, nobody puts baby in a corner. But you would like Cecil to be able to You're either really confident in your nerfing, or want Cecil to be better than 1640.
Yeah, and I think I would be right with. Oh, sure, Abel Lance Kane, but we couldn't get this.
Count on Tall Grant to mention that.
I mean, the Abel's Lance is probably great.
Lightbringer. Anyway, I'll get a Lightbringer
Yeah.
one of these days.
You and me both.
Probably happen when I don't have a Cecil, because I'm sure that's possible depending on flags.
So Pyrelite, I'm gonna disagree with you on Spoonward. Edward does not have the stats to keep up with Crystal Sword Cecil. The extra multipliers, both from the Crystal Sword and from Cecil's better natural stat growth, put him leagues ahead of Spoonward. Also, Spoonward not possible in this flag set. The Spoon flag is off. Your spoon is a dart.
Is also not possible in this flag set, but here we are.
Abel's Lance Kane is possible in this flag set, just not in this seed.
Race.
Yeah, not in this race, unfortunately.
Because we've already seen that it's the Triton Dagger. And also, Fu. Fu can't pick up a lance. Exactly.
No,
Not in this flag set. All about the guy.
Oh yeah, the guy. Big fan of the guy.
Like, Free Enterprise does not, like, Final Fantasy IV in general does not try and that it's all about the guy. Acquire Legend Sword. Fight boss weak to Holy. Acquire Fire Sword. Shortly thereafter, fight Golbez weak to Fire. Like, it sets Cecil up in so many ways.
Oh, and Golbez? Weak to Holy in case you missed your Fire Sword.
Yes, that too.
We don't know if Legend Sword is the only key item on the moon. It's the first key item Elvin found, and it put him in go mode.
All right, we've seen one check. So somewhere out there is a rat tail, pink tail, a sand ruby, a hook.
Well, John, you're his teammate. You can ask him that afterwards. I'm not going to bring that up again with you. Yeah, weak would have been good here. This is
a very slow fight if you don't hourglass it. Weak is helpful too, but like stop is, as you can see, the King Ryu just kind of blinked away at the stop and went, I'll take that. It's very short duration.
Oh no, that was a queued action. The stops last long enough. They just
fair enough.
The hourglass is so much longer than stop that it feels like stop's so short.
Fair enough.
But now Eykir is moonward. I believe Eykir has full cleared the blue planet. He does have the pass. So logically, it's time for top down. I don't know what that makes Eykir's Zemus fight look like though. He doesn't have a shiny sword. He's gonna have what? He's gonna have 2 mages. Because I think he took the Rydia and he has Palom.
Eykir could 1200, right?
Eykir could go for 1200, but 1200 is a strategy you have to like to be able to perform, and not very many people will like 1200 strats. Including us, we like as the event team, we tried to push Eykir going to Cable Bahamut too. Okay, now I have to look at the race room because this is starting to sound like they agreed to do this beforehand.
I don't know. But, no, and I mean, you could, technically it would be Foo and Friends, which is basically just modified 1200, and accepting the fact that you have a new caster to play with.
Yeah, Foo and Friends.
But it's the same strat, just with the jump start. Ah, Wapple. You may be on to something there, Sorcerer. Tallgrant says there's some kind of gentleman that we should ask about.
Yeah, I don't see it in the race chat, and if I find it elsewhere, I won't bring it up until the post-game interviews.
Might have just been we will not 64. Here we go. This is the march down to the Z. There are some flags showing up in chat.
There are a bunch of fun and varied sprites on the forks. I'm hoping for Millennium. That's one of my favorites. Could also be a Zemus for Elven's birthday.
That would work. But because of that, there's a question we like to ask. Hyrolite has my variant on it, which I'm a fan of, but for tradition's sake, we'll just go with the really short hose back kick tonight.
Somebody's, that's for sure.
All right.
I think John mentioned it. Elvin Cecil might still have crystal armor on.
Hyrolite,
No, the microphone peaking was... The microphone peaking added to things. I can guarantee you our restreamer did not appreciate that, but otherwise it was funny.
Sorry. I know, it's been a while since I've been here. Glad to be back, though. Thank you all for putting up with my rust and my various bumbling through, and thanks for carrying me through it, Scarcer.
Oh, it's just a little guy. A pterodactyl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess this is from, like, a Jurassic Park game, maybe?
Could be.
I don't know, he's a cute little guy. He gets past in my book.
Alright. Not as cute as the Chocobo, but definitely on the cute list. This way. So Eykir's, got the Z levels, doesn't need to grind.
Well, he did his grind. He did a bunch of gold dragons.
Doesn't need to grind anymore. EVO? Yeah, okay. I'd buy that. Red flipped over. The grind is over.
All right, this is the second runner in Cave Value. They they definitely agreed to this.
If that agreement was, if this cave value was indeed then our runners have been amply rewarded for it. And yeah, that is the issue with Fu in a Z fight. Like, Fu is wonderful, churning you through the seed, but he definitely runs out of gas at the end.
He also has terrible wisdom growth. He found a way to have worse wisdom growth than Peridia. You can't see it, but I'm shaking my head.
So, Eykir, top down is your best move. Is that what you're going to do? And we do have a reset.
Please take the crystal armor off right now.
You know, Ryben, if there's one thing we've learned about Free Enterprise, if it looks like a dragon and breathes like a dragon and roars like a dragon, it might not be a dragon.
Well, looks like the agreement isn't to wear crystal armor in Neverlife, but crystal armor's coming off. And I think from here we're probably safe.
Eykir is moving in the correct direction, heading straight to the Mirror Altar.
Cecil's in a different row here, so I'm wondering if the stone hits anyone. It doesn't hit anyone. Very curious, like, which version of stone that is, and if it was just missing, or if it's, like, happening to hit somebody that it can't hit. It's so strange. Oh, it could just be that somebody's dodging it, because if one person dodges it, everybody dodges it, and that's why it's hard to stone multi-target encounters.
Okay. I don't know, Ryben. Maybe? Wondering about the agility situation for elvensorrow.
It's either 20 or 25, because he didn't pick up a ninja hat, I don't think.
Alright.
And he doesn't have on... I don't think he got the arty bow that Eykir got either. So this could be real jank.
Yeah, 25 would be a mess. Eykir has his go mode. Yeah, if as Ryben alluded to a bit ago, if Elven doesn't get through the fight here, then this becomes real interesting.
Oh, if Elven wipes here, it's... Why is Eykir back in Cave Bahamut?
That is an excellent question. I feel like he has enough power for Z. So...
And if he's finishing his grind, he could do it on LSTB3.
Are you here to... Okay, no, you are here to take out some more gold dragons. Which, incidentally...
Yeah, he might just not...
Yeah, which incidentally, for those of you in chat, you can do one flip from here as well.
Yeah, but you can also do it in the LST, like on the Mursame floor. That's the better spot to do it. Oh, he does have the pass, and it is quicker to get down here. Yeah. Can you do this on... But you can do this on B2 as well. Though he might not have done that. I didn't know that until I started practicing this flag set. Well, I didn't know that until I started thinking about the warp to Pipon.
There's an awful lot of knowledge that is hanging around in this randomizer. Even under the best of conditions. Some of it can be missed, and some of it just might not be known. I don't know it all.
only know that I know nothing.
But there's you a nice, efficient gold dragon. Weak, kill, life glitch. Weak, kill, done. I think Eykir wants reflect strats, and that's why we're here doing gold dragons, to get 3 nukes. I think that's what's happening here.
It's not bad. I think he would have been fine just leveraging the guy, like using all of his sirens on eggs to get the guy to a breakpoint, and
yeah, just run hybrid. But people do have their preferences for Z. There are things to be said for reflect.
Reflect is a very fun strategy. You just gotta know when to leverage the guy, though.
Sure. I mean, I'm a power couple stand. Like, give me Cecil, give me Rosa, and I won't even look back. I will power them up to where they can survive an unnerfed Big Mac, by which point Rosa has Cure 4, and I will not care about the rest of my party, and I will just go. But that's me.
I think that's also me. If I give me the Crystal Sword, give me Rosa, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously prefer Crystal Sword. I'll even take an X-Cal, but I'll slog it with a lightsaber. Not ideal, but I'll trust that at least the 2 of them have that surviving. Are we there? Are we there for Elven?
We are at
there
rocks.
Here's the rocks, but... Oh! Now it's just...
No, this is fine. Yeah, no, he's through.
Just the buddies. Do we have enough? Is there another rocks coming?
Nope, that's the crumble.
There
GG's
it is.
to elvensorrow.
One gets through. GG's. Woo! Keeping it interesting there. Another rock could have been disaster, but Crystal Sword, Cecil too strong to let that happen. We'll see if Elven has settled down enough for an interview shortly.
Yep, and this will put his team, Sumomo Assemble, at 6 points earned for this, 8 points earned for this week. So it'll be very good going into a very strong position going into week 2.
As good as it gets. Here in week 1 out of 4 weeks in the pool play. And then we have 8 teams moving on after that?
Yes, the top 8 teams by score. It is 2 points for an individual win. It is 2 points to the team if 2 or more members win. It's 1 point if you manage to tie. Top 8 move on to a bracket seeded in the traditional way.
Yeah. So, Tuning Fork Harp Repair, definitely not out of it. Eykir right on Elven's heels, despite Elven's better routing with going straight to that Legend Sword. So, definitely, whoever is up against them in the upcoming weeks should not take them lightly.
Elvin has told us that he needs to do some amateur meteorology, but he will be joining us for an interview at some point.
Fair enough. That'll give us time to pay attention to Eykir's Z fight, which will probably be much more of a road bump than it was for Elvensorrow.
Yeah, we'll see how Eykir handles this little pterodactyl. Well, rather, we'll see if the counter nuke goes some way awry. I think that's the only thing that'll slow down this reflex strat. Oh, wait, what's his agility? Is he at 25? I didn't see what his agility was going into this.
I didn't either, but I see a Crystal Sword Cecil with 3,600 HP. It's like, okay, cool. Like, I acknowledge that there might be a unnerved Big Bang, but even with jank agility.
Yeah, this might just be throw nukes until the Big Bang and drink up. He does have... This spoon isn't hitting. Oh, it is! Oh, I have no idea what agility's on then. Yeah, it looks like there was some Bacchus. Out comes a Silk Web. So this is going to be some kind of fun little hybrid strat.
Yeah, it's just steamroll.
That probably could have been a direct nuke. Tiny little nitpick.
That's a fair target for that counter nuke. Plenty of hit points to spare. Prettiest a slow wisdom growth. What? I got quad 9s.
Yeah, with the Stardust Rod. Palom could reach that eventually without one.
Yeah, Palom. Palom works well as a hero because you can curse him and he still works fine, which annoys me because I grumble about RA1 strats, but that's a personal thing. Hello, Elvin! GG.
Happy birthday, Elvin!
Happy
what?
birthday.
What? I'm the big 4-0 today. Well, that's my
That's
birthday.
huge.
But yeah, that's a lot. I'm going over the hill now, I think. Dude, that
Alright.
seed though. I was stubborn. I was like, after I wiped to that wyvern, I was like, I should just leave. But I'm like, no. And guess who I had the answer?
Right? Good
Yeah,
thing
that
you
was pretty
didn't.
good.
Also, I forgot about D-Mist, which had magma. That might have helped. That might have helped me because I would have went underground without that. But I'm like, nah, I'm just going to the moon now. And they're like, wait.
Yeah.
It worked.
I was like,
it
where's
worked
my
out.
where's my underground?
Like,
So, yeah.
Like, the longer that it went, the more we realized, oh, you forgot. And it's fair, because, like, a lot happened. You fought D-Mist, you saw the guy, and you're like, get these ordeals, and you go through a long, gauntlet fight. Yeah. Absolutely.
And then I reset out of Z, because I'm like, why didn't that Bacchus one work? I'm like, I can't win without it. And then I'm like, oh, because crystal armor.
Yeah.
But what's fun is that Bacchus one, I stole that. I was like, oh, let me take that. I didn't buy it. I stole it. And that probably saved my butt there.
Yep. And also joining us.
Oh,
AGG.
Good
GG,
game, man.
Elvensorrow.
Good game.
And with both of you here, I do have a question for the two of you, as the two E's going on here. Why did y'all go to Cape Bahamut? What's going on with Cape Bahamut?
I went there just so actually I don't know why. But I was like, maybe it's a free fight. And then sure enough it was, because I had Cecil. But I was like, I get the bonus XP, but when I went down there, I'm like, you're not gonna get that much bonus XP because you have Foo.
You get 0 bonus XP with Foo, by the way.
Yeah, like every fight.
So that's why I'm just like, I'll still take the fight though. And that's where the crystal sword was from, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, let's go.
I went there because that was my grind spot.
Okay.
Or some sirens out, gets a bunch of levels. Instead of having to level down.
My grind was so sloppy. Did you find hourglasses? Because I didn't.
No.
I had a dragoon spear, but my grind was
but I just came
pretty.
I just came for Rydia. Or for Cecil.
Yeah, Eykir did the grind later than you did, and it classic. Weak, kill, life. Weak, kill. Repeat.
Okay. Then chat was telling us about some sort of gentleman's agreement between the two of you. What was that? What did you agree to not do or to do?
What?
It was the 64 floor glitch because I hadn't learned it yet, and I was like, I'm not learning this. I'm not gonna do it. I'm like, cool. I'm not gonna learn it either.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna learn it.
Yeah.
I might lose to it soon, but yeah, it's like I don't. The main thing is like knowing me, I'll screw it up, and then it's just I'm like, okay, I forfeit now. I just gotta play with what I know.
You just
Not
save
only
beforehand.
do I have to forfeit this race because I've, corrupted my data, it turns out I have to reinstall the randomizer completely. So
Stop that. That's not the worst case scenario in G64 is a reset. And you lose, and at the points at which you can mess it up, you lose at most 2 minutes. It is not as scary as you guys think it is.
It's probably not, but like I said, though,
you don't have to learn it, and you don't have to learn it, and you cannot care about it. It is. I believe we have managed to set up the flag set in such a way that it is not a required knowledge.
It's not. No, it absolutely isn't.
But it's also like there's a guide in the Discord, and if anybody's wanting to, honestly, you don't even have to learn it. You don't have to learn it for races. I would recommend, regardless of whether or not you intend on using it at a race at any point, going and messing around with it. It is a fun glitch. It does silly things. Give it a shot.
I mean,
just like not even in a practicey. Just boot up a flat. Just boot up a seed with G64 enabled.
Well, I'm not gonna do it in the
go up and down some stairs.
But it might be fun. Like, ooh, look how fun this is. Ooh. But turning mode hits, like, nah, I ain't doing that. Also, I will say I like all the XP boosts that we have, even though Foo just canceled it. But it's like I don't have to D-machine. I don't have to Mac Giant. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Which personally I like, because like I know how to do those fights, not well, but it's like I don't like it. But yeah.
I'm the same way, Elvin. I'm totally with you on that. Like, I know my D money.
I know, but it's like
I know where to find the manip grid to tell me, hey, do I do that? And honestly, I just want to go and do my objectives and maybe eat a couple of sirens and go take a Z. And
exactly.
That's why I'm over on Ace.
But that's why I'm like, oh, cool. I have some sirens. That siren fights were so sloppy, but I still had the sirens. I'm like, cool. I got those. I kept lifing my own party. It's too slow, but
I brought up the step guide in case it came up early, but of course that was on the moon.
Yeah, I don't think you'd have in this flag set. I don't think you'd have to do a grind like that. It's sirens. Sirens are around, but even without them, in most cases, I feel like you won't have to do it because most of the time you won't have foo, so you can just go get your levels without them.
Right.
And I was saying to myself, I was like, oh, I can ditch foo for Rydia and get my levels. I'm like, oh wait, foo's the hero. I can't ditch him.
That's all right, Elvin.
Yeah,
Up here
that's
in
the.
booth. Sorry, go ahead, Scarsor.
Oh no, that's no. I'm just the same thread. About the Fusoya hero.
No, like even a couple of times up in the booth, I forgot. They're asking about your agility anchor. Like, oh, he had Cecil in the middle with a crystal ring, and Scarsor is like gently like, see hero.
Yeah.
Speaking of agility, what agility did y'all take into Zeromus for your Fusoyas?
I don't know.
No idea.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
I think everyone said crystal ring.
Good
so it's like they're all
good
faster.
answer. Good answer. However, Eykir, you had an Artemis bow. You could have gone to RE2.
You had an Artemis bow?
I did get an
You
Artemis
did the
bow.
flame dog.
Yeah, how long
When I went up Zod,
which is a play. I appreciated that play. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would have followed you in the fort to find it.
Oh man, I checked one
But-
chest going up Zod, but it was not the. And I was like, whatever, dude. I'm
It
out.
was in the middle of the Trident, which is
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
going into the Trident.
Yeah.
I got lucky there. I'm lucky elsewhere.
Yeah, I do really appreciate the Holy Sword hunting you did, Eykir. That was a good idea to go Holy Sword hunting when you know Cecil's in the seed, but even though you haven't gotten them yet.
Yes, when I saw that crystal helmet, it's like, oh, we have a Cecil because everything else could have been explained by Edge, and then that was the solidifier.
All right.
I knew Cecil was in the seed because I saw like
Everything's a black.
paladin armor and stuff.
Yeah,
That
there
too.
was darkness armor in Eblin.
Yeah.
Which is what pinged it for me. Once Scarsor told me, "Hey, this flag's a thing." I'm like,
And then I went, and then I went back to Eblin for the trap chest or the monster box chest, and nothing really worthwhile there. The experience was nice, but I was like, "Where's my holy sword? It's a scam." But then you just go beat up Yang at Cape Bahamut and get your free
Yep.
crystal sword.
Did you go top down also or bottom up on the moon?
Huh?
You go top down or bottom up on the moon?
I went to Cape Bahamut and then I went to the Masamune
Mura.
altar or Mura. Sorry, Thank
Your
you.
altar. So gotta meet.
And I wiped there, but I was like,
Ooh.
no. I almost went to the bottom after that, but I was like, no. I was super stubborn. I'm like, change your battle speed, do this, and then I'm like, oh, there it is. That's it.
So we did the same thing. Yeah, I was really worried with like no hook, no tails, and like it's gonna be there, isn't it? And
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there. I'm wyvern.
so if you go watch back, you're gonna love Elvin's early routing.
Yeah, this was
What does that mean?
I would like.
What I mean is that it's gonna be.
You actually did some.
Watch.
He Commander's saying that as a joke. I'm gonna say it genuinely. I do like your early routing.
No.
The leveraging the power you had early to.
I'm not consistent. I can say that. It's like if you,
You know,
it's like, cool. You
that's
want to
fine.
watch an old VOD of me? Cool. I'm not going to do that next time.
Yeah, and here I was saying, oh, I know Elvin likes the blue planet. He's gonna go underground, and then you went to the moon before even getting underground access.
Yeah, I
Right.
forgot about D-Miss, and I was like, well, at that point I was ready to go to the moon anyway, and I probably would have.
Mhm.
But if I had the magma key, then I was like, oh, I gotta check my freebies. So it's kind of a blessing that I forgot to check that.
Right, it worked out. Very
It
well.
is.
But this was a well executed, well run race from both of you.
Yes.
Thank you for letting us put you on the stage here.
Absolutely.
Good game,
Also,
both of you.
Thank you.
thank you, Eykir, for fighting me. It was a
Yeah,
good
thanks,
match.
Elsa.
I
So
didn't
forward
see
to
your
watching it back.
final time, but it looks like it was pretty damn close, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I blame that tower key off of Dwarf Castle. If I didn't get a key item there, I was going to the moon regardless because I
Oh, I
only had
never went
power left.
underground. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no underground.
You went there long enough to forge, but yeah.
That was
I went
crazy.
down to Forge and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm out. Yeah, good game, man. Good game.
Very good game.
Great race by both of you. A joy to
And
watch.
thanks for the very friendly trash talking that we did earlier.
All those wrestling gifts. Good luck to you next week.
Yeah, good luck to both of you next week. The
I don't know
races
who
have not been determined yet because it's not Monday yet. But you will know as soon as we on the event team know. You will shortly after know.
All right, Scar, can you do me a favor?
Maybe.
Sing me happy birthday.
No.
Okay.
But I will wish you a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Elvin.
I'll take that.
Yep, happy birthday.
I'm 40.
Get on it.
Woo! Thanks, Scar. Thanks, Eykir. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Commander.
Thank you.
I just want to say thanks for the restream. Thanks, Merrily Art, Stressor for commentating, and Beauty and Discovery for tracking. Alicel for the seed.
Yeah.
Appreciate everyone there.
That was a seed. That was a seed.
And that was a seed. I think this is gonna wrap us up for tonight. This I don't think is the final match of the night, if I am not mistaken. There is. Oh no, this is the final match of the night. Though simultaneously was Nitsi versus Narrowcat. They might still be going, running the Adamant Cup Experience flag set. And the races tomorrow start way early in the morning, I think. No, they don't. That's Saturday. We start morning in the morning. Races tomorrow start at 5:30 Eastern with Garen versus Alchemy. And then later in the night will be Beauty and Discovery versus Pancrez and Martin Broadcloak versus TJ Joel. These will all be pretty good. These will all be pretty good matches, I think.
Pancrez better watch his butt, dude. Beauty's got his ass, dude. I'm telling you.
Elven language.
Oh, Beauty's
have a good night, everyone.
Butt. Okay.